Today's my birthday, and one of my favorite things to do on birthdays is to release new things to help people out. Now, have you ever had an unfinished project? One or more. Do you currently have an unfinished project? Now, what if we could somehow get you back the time you had put into it? All the free time you would allocate to an unfinished project and used it on something else, or perhaps better, finished that project. Now, I've got good news today and I've got greater news. Now, the good news is I've built a straightforward solution to that problem. And ultimately, what this is going to help do is it's going to unblock you from being able to feel like you can move and act with full determination and confidence, knowing things are going to come together and get released. And this is why unfinished projects have been, to me, such a frustrating thing I wanted to tackle. I wanted to solve the problem of people having unfinished projects, because one of the things that causes you to lose your edge, to lose your energy, to lose your enthusiasm, is that you have spent time and energy solving problems, building things, creating new content, and so on, and then it doesn't go anywhere. It ends up not mattering that you did it. And so suddenly we start holding back when there's another thing we might want to work on, another thing we want to build, another thing we want to learn. We start to say, why bother? Last time I didn't go anywhere. Once you learn these techniques for how to make it so that the things you're learning, the things you're building, the things you're doing add up consistently, predictably, pick a spot on the calendar and say, April next year, October next year, summer 2024, whatever, do you decide, by that point, I'm going to learn this skill, I'm going to release this project. For many, many, many years, right? I've been training game developers, people on other kind of projects, and one of the things that we run into is this challenge of they've got a big span of time. Months they might want to put into a project. Now, they only have a few hours here and there, half an hour some evenings, maybe sometimes a morning on a weekend or something, but they need the time to add up and to get released on time, and we have found ways to nail that through how we plan out our projects, through how we use our schedules, how we keep things useful, whole way of thinking about it. That turns out to be different than doing the skill itself. See, a lot of people, what they think about when they're a programmer, right? Perhaps this is you. They want to program bigger projects. What they're thinking, and what's a source of their frustration, is that what they need is to just get better at programming. That if they program better enough, clever enough, smart enough, learn enough about code and functions and ways to solve problems, they're going to be able to take on bigger, longer-term projects. That's not how that works. The skill that they're missing is often a lateral shift. It's a different way of thinking entirely than how to write program code. And you got to be able to do that too. But the difference is actually a producer mindset. It's about how to think about where the time goes, in what order, how we grapple with those tasks. And again, equally importantly, not just how to make those plans, but then how to follow those plans so the plan stays useful. Because it doesn't help you if it starts to grow overwhelming, if it starts to change in a way you stop looking at it, if it falls off rails and no longer reflects reality. Soon enough, you stop using it and it stops helping you. So I built a solution. It's a 3-hour video course, my first video course in a while. Previous video courses, I'm proud to say 350,000 people have taken this video course called Complete Every Project. Producer Mindset covers the techniques that I used to train our advanced members in when they were ready to pitch and lead a project, walking through how we formulate their schedule, walking through how we use that schedule, as well as a variety of other adjacent techniques about making decisions about which project to pursue and why, or about later on in the project schedule, how to gather feedback in a successful way so it helps benefit and improve your output and your results. Often for the same amount of work and time you're putting in, but better aligned. And what's great about this and why it helps you take the time and little bits and pieces you have, which is all most of us ever have, right? You're not full-timing this. You've got, again, a few hours here and there, half an hour here, maybe a morning there. Well, what's great about this is you build this right system in place, this simple schedule to follow. And we keep it very simple. This doesn't become the main thing you do. You're not mostly a producer. You're your own producer in addition to still your primary skill hat that you wear, a coder or otherwise. But it means you have a little bit of pocket of time. You're not stuck on indecision of not being sure what to do next. You can go pop one off your stack and know that I have already thought about in advance, this is the right thing to do. If I do this, the pieces are going to come together. Now, the benefit of it is when you have a longer term schedule, it's not overwhelming because you can just look at what's right in front of you. You've set it up so the dots of the constellation are all going to be connected. A schedule isn't about all the things you have to think about at once. A schedule is about all the things you don't have to think about yet. All those later weeks, those are problems for future you. But you already planned it out in the near term. And these plans are not complicated. This is not some business plan. This is not some executive level document with all kinds of strategy stuff. This is something you can literally sit down with practice in one sitting and knock out and figure out a way to spend your next 3, 4, 5, 6, or 7 months later better. It does not take months to plan months or weeks to plan weeks. You can plan it one sitting. Now, while you're new to it, it might take a few days, it might take a week, might take some iteration. But I'm going to show you and teach you all the different things we've trained, or people who've released 170 games on time. How we do it. We're going to show you how we do it in this video course. Complete Every Project, Producer Mindset. And by the way, so this video course doesn't just limit it to games or even within Home Team. It also covers some examples about how to use the same strategy and planning for non-game tasks, like how to start your podcasts in a similar way that I did it, how to start a YouTube channel, same way that I did it. And these are things that you can also apply to the same way I do my audiobooks, same way I do my video courses, including this video course. It's things that you can learn that we want to teach you. And then later sections actually cover business development thinking for whether it's a solo project, for whether it's a commercial project, which in Home Team, we don't do solo and commercial projects. But I know that those are things that might apply to you. And ultimately, Home Team is about helping set you up to be more successful in your future outside of Home Team as well, in addition to the things that we teach you about game development, implementation, teamwork, strategy, project leading, scheduling. All these skills are things we help transfer through training from me, through our included resources, and through our trainers. There's good news and there's greater news. The greater news is it actually includes Home Team membership, because like a lot of our materials, it's included available for members of Home Team Game Dev. Now, there's a pretty sensible price for that, but this is actually also the cheapest it's ever going to be. In January, the dues or the rates for membership will be increasing. However, a couple notes. For current members, there will be no increase, right? We've always had a matter of policy. Whenever you join, in fact, whenever you apply, that's the price you can keep for your membership. When the rate goes up, it only applies to people who join or apply after you do, which means this is a great time to apply, which hopefully is doing you a favor of getting you to finally get off the fence about you even thinking about Home Team, thinking about rejoining Home Team, thinking about it for a while. Now is the time to do it before that rate increase occurs in January. But that also means includes a bunch of other materials, includes my other video courses, includes my other productivity audiobooks, includes all of the different resources that we have in addition to that, including increasingly more member-created resources. One of the things we've been excited about as a community of Home Team is we've been pivoting from something where it's just about my work that I'm putting out there, or me providing training, and more it's about member-directed things getting made. So we have more resources by other members in Home Team about leading projects, about writing code that other people are reading. We're building resources where they've surveyed dozens of our multiple-time project leads to get some of their tips and advice and strategies and to re-share those among members. But those are all things happening inside a Home Team. Now, a couple notes about Home Team membership. First of all, it's 1 week at a time. So it's not like you have to worry about a 6-month minimum or a high cost upfront of getting oriented into that. It's 1 week at a time. You try it out, you figure out it's not for you. You can stop after 2 weeks, after 3 weeks. We've had many people stay with us for years, happily getting value out of it, leading project, learning new things, getting value from the training and the new resources included. All that good stuff can apply. But 1 week at a time, you can make that choice. Secondarily, if you decide within the first 2 weeks that it's just not for you, you're not liking it, full refund, which means that if you try out this video course by applying for Home Team, get accepted, and of course the application will probably be processed mostly after the holidays. We're reaching a slow time of year for a lot of folks, at least here in North America, or depending on your religious background and traditions. But we'll be processing applications. As soon as you get in, you immediately have access to all those resources. If you then decide a week or two in that it's just, you're not feeling it, it's not what you had in mind, not what you wanted to do, you can exit, you get a full refund, and you keep whatever resources you got. Better than money back guarantee. You can get access to all the materials included in membership and get your money back if that's what you decide makes sense after you check it out. That's how badly we want you to try it, because we found so many people, once they join Home Team, realize this is actually what I've always wanted to be doing. I've been looking for something like this. I needed this. This is exactly what I needed and wanted. But it's so hard to see from the outside exactly how it works and all the things we've iteratively constantly improved one quarter after another, making it better and better since we started that organization in 2015. But that's it. It's my birthday. Happy birthday to me. I hope that you'll use this opportunity to check out this video course by applying to join Home Team at hometeamgamedev.com. You can find out all about it there, how it works, the benefits, the structure, all the things that we do. Hope you'll decide to apply. And by the way, of course, remember, when you apply, there's no obligation. You can apply and then later get accepted and decide, you know what, I changed my mind. No harm. Totally up to you. But applying now can set you up, A, to lock in the rate at the current rate before the increase in January, and B, it can get you in a position so you can make that choice going into the new year that, yes, I'm prepared to stop having unfinished projects. I'm prepared to start completing everything that I start. I'm prepared to set myself up for success so that when I have a little pocket of time here and there, I can move forward with full confidence and determination that the time and energy I spend learning and making things are going to add up. And it's going to unlock your potential, even using skills you already have. That once again, building bigger projects isn't necessarily just about being a better artist, better programmer, better writer, better whatever. Those won't hurt. But it takes a lateral skill that a lot of people ignore and miss entirely about how to think like a producer. That's what this new 3-hour video course teaches, and it's available only through membership at Home Team. So go apply, check it out, find out about hometeamgamer.com, apply today, and I look forward to reviewing your application over the holidays and getting you in this January.